If a fillet knife doesn't glide, it tears, and torn fish, that's dinner ruined. Let's fix that fast. Today, the plan is simple. The 6 best sharpeners for keeping fillet knives laser keen. By the end, there'll be a clear pick depending on whether the priority is speed, precision, or budget. Along the way, there'll be some honest drawbacks up front and big wins toward the top. And yes, I've put these styles through their paces, from dull, mistreated blades to flexible fillet edges, so there's zero fluff here, just what actually matters on the cutting board. 6. Dskiley Professional 3-Stage Electric Knife Sharpener. Here's what matters. This unit locks in a fixed 20-degree angle and runs a familiar 3-stage system: coarse, fine, and polish, with diamond abrasive wheels, so it removes metal efficiently and gets a working edge quickly. The fixed angle guide helps if hand consistency isn't the thing. It tracks the edge and takes out some guesswork when the goal is serviceable sharp more than spectacular sharp. On basic chef's knives, it's a breeze. On fillet knives, it can do the job, but you need a light touch. You know how a fillet knife flexes a lot more than a chef's knife? Well, with rigid fixed 20-degree guides, it's easy to overgrind the heel and miss finesse near the tip if the blade flexes mid-pass. The diamond wheels bite, which is good for speed, but I found they also chew a bit more than I'd like on thin stock unless the passes are gentle and deliberate. If the blade is very dull, the coarse stage brings it back quickly, but you'll see swarf pile up, a sign it's removing real material. Features-wise, the pitch is straightforward: 100% diamond abrasives, a 20-degree angle system, and fixed guides to stabilize the stroke. For someone maintaining mostly Western 20-degree edges, that's convenient. If there are serrations in the mix, or the goal is a more acute 15-degree edge for ultra-slicey performance, this model isn't built for that. It's about basic consistency, not versatility. 5. Presto Professional Electric Knife Sharpener. Let me explain. Presto's electric sharpeners are popular because they're simple, fast, and affordable. The 08810 Professional frames a 2-stage system with precision blade guides and durable sapphirite abrasive wheels that hold angle for you. And it drives them with a strong motor. The Eversharp 08800, a closely related model, also uses a 2-stage system with auto blade guides and sapphirite wheels, the same ultra-hard material used in pro shops, to get from dull to razor quickly. That matches my experience. It's quick, confident, and easy to operate, even for beginners. Here's the candid part. The Presto 08800 in particular tends to remove more steel than ideal, creates fine dust during aggressive restoration, and offers only one sharpening angle, which limits tuning for delicate, thin fillet blades. On the plus side, it reaches a sharp, durable edge faster than many competitors. Testing has shown it can go from useless to tendon-cutting sharp in just a few minutes. But the cost is material removal. The 08810's stronger motor and guided slots make it more stable in use than cheaper units, which helps when trying to keep a flexy fillet edge consistent. Still, both are fundamentally get-it-sharp-now appliances more than optimize for fillet geometry tools. In hand, the guides do keep the blade tracking straight, which is great when the tip wants to lift or wobble. Number 4. Chef's Choice Professional Electric Knife Sharpener. Now we're talking tuning. Chef's Choice's Pro units are known for diamond abrasives, precise angle guides, and true 3-stage systems: coarse repair, medium hone, and flexible stropping/polishing to create a durable, art-shaped edge that holds up and feels slick through poteen. The Model 120, for example, uses 100% diamond-coated discs in the first 2 stages and a flexible stropping disc in stage 3, dialed for a 20-degree class edge. That flexible stropping stage is where fillet blades start feeling special. It refines without hogging steel and brings in that clean glide. If Japanese profiles or 15-degree tuning is part of the kit, Chef's Choice also offers units designed to create or maintain 15-degree edges or even convert 20-degree knives down to 15 degrees for a scalpel feel, all while keeping the angle guides honest. In practice, that means it's possible to tailor a more acute edge for filleting smaller fish where whisper-thin slices matter, or keep a slightly toothier 20-degree profile for tougher skin. The angle control here is simply better than the budget machines. Using it, the knife tracks smoothly, the springs hold the blade against the guides, and the polishing stage brings back that effortless paper slicing feel without scratching up the blade face. It also handles serrations in the finishing stage, which is nice if there's a combo edge in the mix. The payoff is consistency with less steel removal and a more durable microgeometry. 3. BLACKBADGE electric knife sharpener. This one gives real pro-style control in a compact footprint. The BLACKBADGE 3-stage setup runs 100% diamond abrasives in stages 1 and 2 for sharpening and honing, then uses a flexible polishing system to finish, and it's specifically tuned for 15-degree straight edges. That matters. Many fillet knives are ground thin and benefit from an acute bevel that glides instead of wedges. Dialing to 15 degrees adds that silky feel without losing control when the spine flexes. In use, the spring guides keep the blade at the ideal angle end to tip, so there isn't that heel dig or tip rounding that happens on stiffer, fixed slots. The DC motor runs stable and cool, which is confidence-inspiring when making multiple gentle passes on a flexy blade. If the blade's truly dull or has microchips from bone contact, Stage 1 with diamonds gets it back quickly. Stage 2 sets the edge. Stage 3 polishes that satisfying push cut through fish skin. BLACKBADGE also offers a 20-degree variant, similar 3-stage, diamond in the first 2, resin-based polish in the 3rd, if there's preference for a more traditional Western angle on thicker knives, while still keeping an arch-shaped, long-lasting edge. But for ranking purposes, the 15-degree Pro model is the standout on fillet performance. Real talk, it feels like a Chef's Choice style experience at a more accessible price point, with that precise 15-degree edge that's fantastic on thin blades. Two, Mad Shark Knife Sharpener. Here's what hooked me. Adjustable angle in a simple 3-slot handheld that covers coarse, fine, and scissor sharpening, and the angle can be tuned to the blade rather than forcing the blade to a fixed angle. For fillet knives, that adjustable angle is gold. If the edge needs a true 14 to 16 degree tune for translucent slices, dial it in. If there's a bit more bite needed for tougher skin, nudge it up. And because it's manual, steel removal stays gentle and controlled. The 3-slot design means the workflow is intuitive. Reset on coarse when it's genuinely dull, refine on fine, and finish to smooth the burr. With a fillet knife, I found a light touch on the fine slot does most of the maintenance work between trips. The adjustable guide keeps the stroke repeatable, which is the whole game for a flexi blade. If the angle drifts, performance falls off fast. It also has a scissor slot that actually helps. For boat scissors or braid snips, being able to refresh those on the same tool is convenient. It's compact, quick to pull out, and, it encourages regular maintenance instead of those, oh no, it's butter knife dull moments. That alone extends blade life. Is it as fast as an electric? No, but for a fillet knife, slower can be smarter. Less heat, less material removed, more control. And that adjustable angle solves the single biggest issue with many electrics in this category, forcing a thin blade into a one-size-fits-all cradle. 1. Easemom Kitchen Knife Sharpener. The top spot goes to the sharpener that struck the best balance of control, edge quality, and practicality for thin, flexible blades, an adjustable angle system designed for everyday kitchen use. The Easemom unit pairs angle adjustability with a guided multi-stage path so the blade sits where it should and the hands can focus on even, light passes. With fillet knives, that means dialing in a more acute angle for glide, then finishing to a fine, clean edge that doesn't snag. What pushed it to number 1 is the combination of repeatable alignment and gentle steel removal. Adjustable sharpeners let the bevel be matched to the blade's geometry instead of forcing the blade to match the tool, and that's exactly what a fillet knife demands. The anti-slip base and compact form make it a no-brainer to grab before a filleting session. 2 minutes of touch-up on the fine stage keeps the edge singing without grinding away years of life. In practice, I'd set the angle modestly acute, run 2 or 3 easy passes on coarse, only if needed after hitting bone, then 5 to 8 light passes on the fine stage to refine and deburr, checking for a clean, consistent bite along the whole edge. The result is that satisfying, quiet cut on skin, no chatter, no tearing, and the knife still has plenty of backbone for long strokes down the rib bones. Closing thought. A sharp fillet knife isn't a luxury. It's the line between tearing and clean, confident slices. If speed and simplicity are the priority, Chef's Choice or BLACKBADGE get there with poise and a polished finish. If control and blade longevity matter most, especially on thin, flexible blades, adjustable angle systems like MadShark and Easemom make daily maintenance easy and precise. Pick the tool that fits the rhythm, keep the touch light, and let the blade do the talking.